Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are doing great. Well, today I just wanted to talk about video editing. Yeah, for some of those of you that want to get into video editing, but you don't have the knowledge yet, or you just want something that is simple, easy to use, it's free, better than anything else. Best of all. And like I said, it's easy to use, easy to learn. I may have something for you. I'm talking about Windows Movie Maker. This actually was included in Windows XP back in the days, 2003, 2002. It came out also with Windows 7, and I don't know if it made it out with Windows 8. I'm not sure, but for some reason, Windows 7 was the last version or the last operating system where I actually saw Windows Movie Maker in the 2012 version, and then they discontinued it. Microsoft did. They shoved it under the rug and forgot about it, and they're no longer supporting it. In fact, you cannot find it anywhere on their website. You cannot find it anywhere, period. And I was really disappointed because this is actually a really good video editing program for beginners. And with a couple of tweaks, you can make this into a, I don't want to say professional program, because it's not that. It lacks a lot of the things that more professionals would will desire. But if you're just doing YouTube videos or home videos for whatever, gaming or just whatever, you can make some awesome looking videos with this program. With a few tweaks, and I'm about to show you how to do that. 4K at 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, totally doable, but you need to do some tweaks. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to do that. So also, if you try to look for this program online, you're likely to find that it's a virus. It's got adware or something bad with it, so don't try it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to include a link in this video to my own copy, my personal copy. I have uploaded it to Mediafire. You can safely download it from there. It's got no viruses, none of that funny business, and none of that stuff there. So okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into the topic, or the whole point of the video. So you downloaded the program because you want to do some video editing. You already got it ready to go, and you try to install it. This is what you'll be greeted with, something similar to this. This is not the 2012 version, I don't believe, but it's very similar to this, this window here. What you want to do is untick everything that you would see. Untick everything except for Windows Movie Maker. On the 2012 version, the photo gallery will be included with this. So yeah, if you don't want photo gallery for viewing your photos, you can always revert that. You can always go back to having the Windows 10 photo viewer to view your photos. But yes, just leave the Windows Movie Maker box ticked, okay, and then click install. I already have this installed, so I'm not going to go through all of that. It's right here, and yes, it works with Windows 10 just fine. So here you have it. One thing that you need to do before we go any further is you want to go to your C drive, to where your C drive would be, and you want to click on View. Make sure that Hidden Items is checked. Okay, you need to be able to have this checked so you can see files that are hidden that you will need to make those tweaks that I was telling you about. So we're just gonna put that aside for now. So here's the program. You already installed it, and you're getting ready to go. So the first thing that we need to do absolutely is import a project just to get it started. So we're gonna go ahead and import this one here for now. Okay, so here's our project. Okay, it's ready to go. Now when you go here, you're not going to have these profiles because these are custom. These are ones that I created. What you'll be greeted by is this 1080p. This will be the maximum allowed resolution with this program to record. Okay, So from 1080p and down 720 and so forth. So from here and up to here is what you would be see. This will be your only options. Okay. But if you want to have 4K or 1440, you need to create custom profiles. That's where the whole, you know, what I was telling you about, that's where that comes in. Before you do that though, go to File, go down here to Options. You want to set up your microphone. If you're going to be doing voiceovers or whatnot, you want to set up your microphone properly. Just tell it which microphone you're using. And go to Advanced. Make sure that this is unticked. Make sure this is not ticked, because this will make your videos look horrible. Okay, too much compression. Make sure that this one is ticked, because it'll add better stability to the program, and it'll just make your life a lot easier. So yeah, after that, hit OK. All right, so now we're ready to go. Okay, so go back here, and you want to create a 4K profile, so you can have that awesome 4K experience. And the cool thing about this is that you can upscale your 1080p or 720p videos to 4K using the same profile, or you can record obviously existing 4K movies or videos using the same profile. Now, cool thing about this too is that you can also adjust the bit rate, because that makes a big difference in the video quality. But I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. I tend to do that a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and just go here, scroll all the way to the bottom, go to create custom setting. Okay, you're gonna get this box here. We're going to name this 4K. All right, don't be silly and try to type 3840 by 2160 here. It's not going to work. You have to type 1920 by 1080. Okay, this is just a blank, kind of a blank profile that we're going to create that we can work off of. Okay, so type that in these two, and then your bit rate, you want to change this to 135,000. We'll change that later to 200,000. Excuse me. Now, frame rate, you want to leave this alone at 29.97, because this is standard your phone. Unless you've told your phone or your camera to record at a faster frame rate, then it will be recording at 29.97 frames per second. So just leave that alone. And then you want to go here to 192 kilobits for your audio. I do that because why not? And then just go to save. All right, then you're going to be greeted by this box. Do not close this box. Leave this box open, okay, because you're going to need this information here to find this later. Okay, now go to your computer, to your C drive, namely, okay, and click on your C drive and follow this here. So you start here, local C, users. You want to go to users, owner, app data, local, here, Microsoft, Windows Live, and then video profiles. Now when you open this, it'll be blank. These are just ones that I created, so that's why they're there. But notice that your 4K one, the one that you created, this one here, is not in there. Okay, so at this point, now that you're there, now that you're at the profile, at the video profiles folder, you can minimize this one, the video profiles. You can minimize it. Okay, now you can hit save. Save the profile that we created, this one here. Now you can save it. Okay, close. Okay, now that you've done that, voila, there you have it. Now it's there. Okay, now when you first do this, you're gonna have only one file, and it's not going to be in Notepad format. It'll most likely be like a Word or something to that matter, to that effect. Go ahead and right click on it, go to properties, go to change, more options, and then find Notepad. Select Notepad to open it with, and then hit OK. Now you'll be able to open it with Notepad. Alright, so here's where the fun starts. Open this up. Now you're going to scroll here until you find your resolution. Okay? And there you have it. 1920 by 1080. This is what you want to change. Here's how you're going to create your 4K profile. Okay, you're going to start with erasing. You're going to leave the quotations there. Leave those alone. But in between, erase the numbers, the 1920, and then type in 3840. And here you're going to type 2160. That's 4K resolution. Okay? Keep scrolling just a bit here to the right, and you're going to find your bitrate. Now this is a greater number than 135,000, but it's 135,000. Okay, just take my word for it. What you want to do is right after the 5, set your cursor there, delete that, type 200, because what you actually want is max this out to 200,000. Okay, 200,000 bit rate. Now that you've done this, that's all you need to do. Go to File, Save, Close. Okay, now you can close this. All right, now that you have your profile, voila, there it is. That's where you see. And if you hover over it, it'll actually tell you what your bitrate is going to be as well. Don't worry about this. What it says here, 135,000 is actually 200,000. As you can see here, it'll change as you run your first video. This will be updated, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now you have your 4K profile ready to go, and here's your video profile or your video project. All right, so let's have some fun with this. And by the way, at this point, now that you've done this, you want to hit save before you do anything else. We'll save this to a desktop and just name it test, because just in case anything goes wrong, because it is an older program, it is not 100%. It does have a couple of bugs, but you know, you probably won't experience that. But I'll show you what I mean. Just hit there, just save it as test on your desktop. There you go, and then it'll create a folder that looks like this. That's your project. Okay. All right, so here's your video project. Okay, so let's just say you want to start editing, you want to start trimming. The cool thing about this program too is that everything is pretty much with your mouse. Right clicked, left clicked, and drag, and that's it. Let's just say that okay, we'll start here. You want to trim this out. All right, you just drag it there with your mouse, right click on it, split. Now you split it, and here you want to add a transition. You can do that. Here's your transition. That's going to be a little jittery because I am recording as I am also making this video here, this project, so it's a little jittery. But yeah, so yeah, those are your transitions. You can always remove it if you want to, if you don't want any transitions, you know. But yeah, so that's your, you know, for splitting there. So here's your animations. You can play with those there as you like. Visuals, I don't bother with this stuff. This stuff is kind of buggy, so I don't even touch that. Now here's something that you probably want to get familiar with. If you're narrating the video, like if you're doing a voiceover, you can have it so that it emphasizes on your narration, on your voice as you're talking over the music. It'll lower the volume on the music as you're talking every time that you speak. it'll lower the volume on your music, so that's pretty cool. You can also choose to go the other way around, emphasize just on the video, like the sound effects, that sort of thing, the video itself, or whatever content is in the video, whatever sounds are in the video, it'll emphasize on that. Or you could just emphasize on the music that you add, because you can also add music, so you can do that. Or no emphasis. You can do this or that. Okay, so 16:9 or 4:3 screen whatever format. You can do this as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, very nice. And by the way, this program, believe it or not, will use an 8-core processor really nicely. If you have even a 16-core processor, if you have a 16-core, it will use a 16-core processor as well, and it will also use your graphics card for encoding, decoding. So I'm telling you, it's a nice program. Here you can change the size of your thumbnails, as you can see there. I like to work with extra large. There you go. You can change the size of your project if you just want to look at it.
Running more diagnostics.
So we'll pause this because it's just really jittery. So yeah, we'll go back to that. And you can change your waveforms if you don't want to see the sound as waveforms. You can change that. You can zoom in. All that stuff is there. Edit. This is pretty handy too, because here you can mostly with your sound. For example, let's just say that we want to remove the sound completely out of this here. You just double click on this area, this part here, click on video volume, and turn it all the way down. Now suddenly this here has no sound. The sound has completely been removed. No sound. But the rest will have sound, of course. You can also have it so that there is sound, but it fades out as it reaches the end, or it fades in as it begins. So yeah, you can also do that as well. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'll leave it up to you guys to experiment with it however you want to. You can change the background color. I don't mess with that stuff either. You can change the speed, so you can for example, you're doing something boring like taking apart screws out of something, and you want this to go a little bit faster. You don't want to go through the whole 15 minutes of just taking out screws. You can speed up this area here to 16, so or 8 if you want to, or 4 times if you want to. So yeah, you can do that. So that's another neat feature. And video stabilization, if you're using a phone to record and it's kind of shaky, you can use video stabilization. So that's pretty neat. These options here you can use with your mouse. They're included on your mouse, so you don't have to worry about that there. So let's just say you want to make another cut there, you want another split, you can split it there. Or if you want to mark this as the endpoint, you can also do that. And another cool thing about this program is that it has an undo option. Voila! You can undo again, and undo again, and undo again. So it's very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I like it. But anyway, that's just briefly going over these options here. But mostly I think that you're going to be working with this here. This will be your like your control panel. And here you can add more videos if you like. So if you wanted to add, for example, this one here, you can now add another video. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't care for this video here, so I'm just going to click on it, and on my keyboard I'm going to hit delete, and it gets rid of that video. So we'll just stick to this one here. So yeah, and also you can add music. So I'm not going to add any of this music here. I'm going to go like here, Let's just say we go with this one. Okay, so now you have music in your video, and you can also see if you highlight the soundtrack here. If you highlight the soundtrack, you can bring your cursor here, set it right there, right before the music begins, hit split, and get rid of that area there, and it just drag the soundtrack to the beginning, to where you want it to begin. You can drag it to wherever you want it, you see. So there is no, yeah, it's very simple to use, very easy to use. It's mostly all done with your mouse. Right click, left click. And also you can, the same thing with your sound. So if you want to, for example, lower the sound on this, because it's you want the music to be really low, and you want your narration or the video itself to be louder, just double click on this, and it'll bring it to music, and just lower the volume a little bit, like right there.
After running more diagnostics on
Barely hear the soundtrack there. So that's another cool thing. And you can have it fade in. Let's double click on it again. You can have it fade in slowly or fast or whatever, and also fade out slowly or fast. So that's a pretty neat thing there. Let's see, you can also record out of your webcam if you want to do webcam recording from your webcam to a video here and record. You can do that, and you can also do your narration. So I am currently using my microphone as I am speaking right now to make this video, so I am not going to do that, but this is where you will record a voiceover on the video if you wanted to do that. So I'm going to hit cancel there. And also you can add, for example, a subtitle, or like a what do you call it, okay, let's just like an intro. You can write an intro here. So if you go over here like this, intro, what you would get is that right there. Obviously I don't want to do that. I want the music to start here, so I'm just gonna literally drag the soundtrack here. This, I don't want it to be that long. I just want it to be a couple of seconds, so I'm gonna change it there. Now you see that, and I don't want this to flow in like that. I actually just wanted to have like a just a sudden, this here, I just want it to be sudden. I don't want it to have like a soft intro. I just want it to be boom like that. So that gets rid of that right here. Or if you want to have that, or if you want to have that, I don't like any of that stuff. So, and again, if you don't want to have this stuff, just, you know, click on it, hit delete on your keyboard, it gets rid of it. Also, you can add a caption. So if you want to, for example, you want to add a caption here, okay, you can do that, and you edit it here. So we're going to type whatever. Here is the end. There you go. Just leave it like that. And obviously that's not going to give us enough time, so we want this to last a little longer than that. So let's just say we want it to last 5 seconds. It'll last 5 seconds. There it is. So yeah, that's a cool thing there. I don't want that, so I'm going to get rid of that. But and then yeah, you can also do an outro right here, credits. But you can use this for whatever you want to. Also, you can drag it wherever there is a split. You can drag it there, so you can, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. It doesn't have to be an outro. You just use it for whatever, yeah, whatever you want in your project. And the undo button is really cool. Yeah, you can tell I'm a fan of that. You can also rotate your videos left and right. If you record it with your phone and you record it in the wrong side, you know, the wrong way, you can do that. You can modify your video there. Yeah, guys, this is a pretty cool program. I like it. You can record 4K, like I said, at, insane bit rates. Your videos will look spectacular. And one secret I have to tell you is that 90% of my videos are actually recorded using this program. Yeah, I didn't use any professional or any paid program to create my YouTube videos. I just recently started using DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos, to work with, and create videos, and also a combination of Blender, because Blender does have a video editor. If you go here, and here you can use some special effects and, or just video edit, period. The same thing that you would do with Windows Movie Maker. But there is a learning curve with this too. So if you have the time, there's plenty of tutorials online you can watch to learn these two programs. They're excellent. So that's all I'm going to say for that. But today I'm not talking about these two. I'm talking about Windows Movie Maker. This is the easiest way, in my opinion, the easiest program out there to learn video editing. And if it's just something that you're not doing for a living, this is just something that you do on the side. If you're a YouTuber, you're recording video gaming, that sort of thing, this would be perfect for you to get you started. And it records great quality. If it'll record as good quality of video as your camera can record. Obviously it doesn't have any of the more special effects that more expensive or paid programs do. But yeah, it'll get you on your feet. This is a really neat program. I'm really sad that Microsoft did not decide to further continue with this and just, maybe perhaps make it better. Instead of what they included is just a watered down, lame copy of Windows Movie Maker, which is, yeah, it's nowhere near this nice. But anyway, I hope I didn't forget anything here, guys. I think I pretty much covered everything that that matter here. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section, if I forgot something, or if you have any other tricks that I don't know about this, any other modifications that you can make to this program so it can work better. Yeah, don't let me forget, if you, by the time you want to go and save your video, let's just say you're ready to save this, just go there, click on 4K, name it, and then hit save. And yeah, it'll save it to H.264. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful to somebody. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. You take care. Bye bye.